association rules and frequent item sets are, let's see how do we generate association rules. So the way I see it, there are two sub-problems. First is to find the frequent item sets, and second one is to derive the association rules from these frequent item sets. Let's see how do we do that. We use a property called a priori property, which simply states that all non-empty subsets of a frequent item set must also be frequent. For example, if I say beer, diaper, and nuts is a frequent item set, that means beer, diaper, beer nuts, and diaper nuts, they all should be frequent. That is a priori property. So using that is one way to generate frequent item sets. So this is the a priori algorithm. Let's say CK is a candidate item set. The main steps of iterations are, first one is to find the frequent item set, LK minus 1. Then from this frequent item set, we find candidate item set CK, which is just a Cartesian product of LK minus 1. And then this is an important step, pruning step, which uses a priori property. Just like I stated, if K minus 1 item set is not frequent, that cannot be part of the frequent item set LK. And then we iterate it until we are not left with anything else. So let's see an example. This is a database consisting of 9 transactions, and I've assumed the minimum support to be 2 out of 9, that is 22%, and the minimum confidence for rules is 70%. So like I said, first we find the frequent item sets, and then we generate association rules from these. So the step one, we did the count of all the items, and since the minimum support is 2, all of them qualify to be in the frequent item set L1. And next, to get L2, we calculated C2, and these 3 did not satisfy the minimum support count of 2, so these will not be in the second frequent item set. So similarly, we do that for C3, and we got L3. So my question for you guys is, since L3 is a Cartesian product of C2, why didn't we only got I1, I2, I3, I1, I2, I5. Why didn't we get I1, I3, I5?
Did not have sufficient support count of confidence in the previous.
You're half right. The answer would be, in order for I1, I3, I5 to be in the frequent item set, all the subsets like I1, I3, I3, I5, I1, I5 should be there. So I3, I5 does not qualify. So it doesn't satisfy the a priori property, so that's why it's not in it. So you get, these are all the Cartesian product, but since this I1, I3 does not satisfy, so it should not be in that. So it gets pruned off, and you don't get any items which are 4 because the max is 3. That's it. Now that we have frequent item sets, we can create association rules which are pretty straightforward. You just create rules, you calculate the confidence, and these are the rules. And now you can select the rules with highest confidence. This is 2 item rules, and these are 3. And we do this until we are left with nothing. And you cannot get 4 item candidate sets. And Cyclone will continue.
Oh, you just question.
I did.
Oh, okay. Ask one more.
Can any of you tell me why the confidence of this is 2 out of 4? Confidence of the rule I1, I3 implies I2.
I1 generally occurs 4 times. I1 and I3 occurs 4 times.
Okay, I1, I3 occurs 2 times, and I2 occurs how many times?
4 times.
That's right. You can figure it out from this.
Very good.